Hi guys, my name is Becca and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be refashioning two men's button-up shirts. So the first shirt is this awesome yellow gingham button-up. You can see the nice pattern there. I thought it was really nice. I love the color. So this one I'm going to be turning into a short puff-sleeved blouse. And the second shirt is this shirt that my dad was going to get rid of, but I really like the color. It's this like pale burgundy color. And I think this one I'm going to tailor so it's fitted. I'm going to leave the sleeves long and maybe gather them at the top to have a little bit of a puff sleeve effect. So I don't have a set plan for these. I'm not using a pattern or anything. I'm just going to kind of wing it and cut and sew as I go. So I think this is going to be a fun thrift flip, and I hope you guys have fun watching me attempt to refashion these shirts. So first things first, I'm going to remove both sleeves from this shirt and little pocket here because I won't be needing that for my blouse. And once I have all of those removed, I can then tailor the sides, make it a little bit shorter so that it actually fits me nicely, and then I can reattach the sleeves after I make them puff sleeves. Originally I was going to remove the collar and make it a square neck, but I actually really like the little button details on the collar here, so I think I'm going to leave that neckline intact and just tailor the rest of the shirt. So let's get started. Alright, now that the sleeves are off of the shirt, I am just going ahead and marking where I want the bottom to be trimmed to, so I'm just using a pin for this, as well as where I want to trim the shoulders to. Now at this point I realized that because of the pleat in the back of the shirt, I wasn't going to be able to take in the sides like I had originally planned to. So instead I am just marking where I want the bottom of the armhole to be, and I'm going to match up this stitch with the existing side seam. I have the bodice of the shirt pretty much done. I just need to hem this raw edge at the bottom, but I'm going to do that last. So what I have to do now is the sleeves. So I'm going to first cut off the cuffs because I want to keep them for the bottom of the sleeves, and then I'm going to cut them to the length that I want. And after I do that, I'm going to do a basting stitch at the top of the sleeve to gather it so that it fits the new armhole, and I'm going to do the same at the bottom of the sleeve where the cuff will be. So I'm going to get started on that and I will show you the finished product. So I actually cut the sleeves way too short to be able to use the cuffs like I originally planned, so I'm going to instead stretch and sew some elastic at the bottom to gather the sleeves. And here is the final product. I am so happy with how this shirt turned out. I absolutely love the sleeves and I think it's really cute. So let's move on to shirt number 2. Okay, so for the second shirt, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to crop it right above this button here, so it's going to be a lot shorter than the first one, but there's a little hole here, so we're going to crop it right above that. I'm still going to take the sleeves off like I did with the first one so that I can take in the sides of the shirt about an inch on each side because I want it to be looser fitting. And I will still have to gather the top of the sleeves to reattach them because the armhole will be a little bit smaller. So here I am just trying on the shirt to see if I like the length. I thought about leaving the shirt as is to be a really loose fitting cropped jacket, but I did decide to go ahead and take in the sides and gather the tops of the sleeves. So much seam ripping and an episode of My Shy Boss later, I can finally take in the sides of the shirt, and I'm doing that at 1.5 inches on each side. So now I am finally reattaching my now gathered sleeves, hemming the bottom, and the shirt is complete. Here is the final product. It definitely turned out to be more of a jacket to layer on top of things, but I think it's pretty cool. This one I did have a lot of technical difficulties while sewing it, so I'm just glad it actually worked out in the end. And that is it for the video. I had a lot of fun making these shirts. I think they turned out really well. I think this one I might go in and trim the shoulders back a little bit so that the top of the sleeves sits higher up. But other than that, I think they turned out really well. I'll probably get more wear out of the yellow one. It's a little bit more my style, but I think they turned out very nice. So I hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time.